A cash shortage crisis, soaring prices for basic goods such as food and fuel. Doctors and nurses have not been paid for months. Hospitals are slowly running out of medical supplies, and families across the entire country are going hungry. How did we get here? For over 20 years, the fallen government of Afghanistan was built to be heavily reliant on foreign aid. Amidst all of this, the country was already suffering from war, a drought, and the COVID-19 pandemic. After the repressive Taliban took the country over by force in August, the West suddenly turned off the faucet that kept aid flowing and the country functioning. It froze $7.1 billion in funds that belonged to the Afghan people. Because the Taliban are in control of the country, it is also the target of international sanctions, making humanitarian assistance difficult and practically non-existent. As Afghanistan finds itself on the brink of total collapse, the Biden administration should use any tool at its disposal to alleviate suffering and keep Afghans fed and alive. One way to deliver relief is by gradually and slowly unfreezing the frozen funds to an independent entity, the Central Bank of Afghanistan. $150 million a month would stabilize the price of goods and allow for Afghan teachers and health workers to be paid. This controlled and limited release would be overseen by a public, Afghan-based, independent auditor who can ensure that every penny spent is used for the right purposes. The last thing any of us want is for the money to end up in the hands of the brutal Taliban. The West is responsible for this man-made crisis. It's time to put politics aside. Millions of Afghans, including 1 million children, will die from famine and deprivation if it fails to act today. The clock is ticking.